Hi. So I was going to talk about truth and honesty. And to be honest, I kind of had to look into truth and honesty because they do sound very similar. I thought, well, hang on a second, are the two things the same? But they're not. Truth is just hardcore facts, okay, and it's objective. So it's like the sun rises in the east. There's no two ways about it. Whereas honesty is very subjective. So if you strongly believe in something and if you give someone that advice, it could be completely wrong because you misunderstood something, but that doesn't mean you're lying. You're still being honest. It's just that you misunderstood. So you're still being honest. So honesty is very subjective, whereas truth is down to hardcore facts. Now, to be honest, we should all strive to find out the truth or the facts. But honesty, for me, to be honest, can be done in three different ways, okay? And I'm going to explain the three different ways, and then you can decide what kind of honest person you want to be. So the first style. Now, this is a long time ago. Just to give you some context, my husband's French, and before meeting with me, he had never been to India or never known anything Indian. We went to India for the first time. My parents wanted us to go to a temple, and we queued up. It was a big festival or something. We queued up for a good half an hour. There was a lot of pushing, rushing crowd. It was super busy. After waiting in the line, in the queue for almost half an hour, we finally got to the front. I did during the queue warn my husband, when you get there, just pray your hands and just join your hands and walk away, okay? He did, after getting irritated, say, do we have to do this? Can we not just go home? I was like, no, just when you get there, join your hands and we go. After that half an hour, when we got to the front, my husband, it was a Hanuman temple. My husband's first expression was, but that's a monkey. And I was like, shh, don't say that. He's like, we queued up for half an hour in all this busy rush hour heat and everything to see a monkey, that to a statue of monkey. It's not even the real monkey. I was like, shh, don't say anything. And well, long story short, we got thrown out of the temple and we got banned from going to the temple again. Now, if you think about it, he was being honest, and that's the truth. A Hanuman is a monkey. But that truth got us into a lot of trouble. Now, that I call as hardcore truth, or sometimes hurtful truth, okay? So that's hurtful honesty, and that's the first kind of honesty. The second kind you have is the one my daughter uses a lot. So the other day we bought a KFC chicken bucket. She ate the whole of the bucket and hardly anything left for me. She does not like eating the chicken that's close to the bones, so I was just finishing it off for her, okay? My phone rang, it was my mom, and because my hands were sticky and dirty, my daughter answered the phone. So my mom asked, how come you're answering your mom's phone? And she's like, oh, because mom's eating. And so my mom obviously asked, how come you're not eating? What are you doing then? She said, no, I'm just sitting and watching mom eat. I'm just sitting. So my mom got really annoyed. She's like, put your mother on the phone. And started yelling at me. She's like, what kind of a mother are you? Are you punishing your child again by not giving her food? What is wrong with you? I know you want to discipline her and all that. And she went on. I was like, but listen. And she's like, no. I said, okay, I'll put you on the phone. I put my daughter on the phone. I said, tell your mom, tell your granny that it's not what it seems like. She's like, I said, tell her you're lying. She said, I'm not lying. Mom's eating. I'm watching her eat. So again, if you see, overall, my daughter did not lie. She spoke the truth. I was eating, she was watching me. In reality, the context was that I was eating leftovers and she had already finished eating. She didn't mention that, okay? So that is haphazard honesty, which is honesty, complete truth, stated out of context, and that can be used for your own advantage. So that is haphazard honesty. And the third example is, the other day I went shopping for a winter coat with my husband and my mother-in-law. I'm always cold. I'm Indian. I'm always cold here. So I got something that was very thick and fluffy. It made me look really big. So the second I walked out of the changing room, I asked my husband and my mother-in-law, how does this look? And my husband's comment was, you look like a man. And yes, with the bulky coat, I did look like a man. So he was, again, that was the truth. He was honest. My mother-in-law then interrupted and said, no. All he means to say is, Nikita, you've got such a beautiful figure. He misses seeing you like that. So he's just trying to say, let's get you something that highlights your beautiful body. Okay, that's how my mother-in-law put the same thing. Now, my mother-in-law, what she did was helpful honesty. Now, whether I have a good figure or not, that is a subjective thing. And that's why it's not a truth, it's a subjective thing. But that's why it's a helpful honesty, because in her opinion, maybe I do have a good figure. And that's why the way she put it was something to redirect me to buy another coat. So all these three kinds of honesty, the hurtful or the hardcore honesty, then there's the haphazard honesty, and then there's helpful honesty. All three kinds of truths are in a way being honest, but you got to decide what kind of honesty you want to use. So that's about it. So truth and honesty, be aware and use some emotional intelligence and your integrity to decide how you want to go about things. Thank you.